Villa for sale.
Written by Sacha Guitry. The theme of this comic play is greed and opportunism.
Juliette is trying to sell her countryside villa. You know that feeling when you try to sell something online and nobody wants it? That's her right now. At first, she thought people would be fighting to buy it, but after a month, nothing. She's lowered the price, had 4 almost buyers who changed their minds, and now she's ready to practically give it away. Now, she's just waiting for the next potential buyer to walk through that door and praying this time they'll actually take this villa off her hands. The maid hesitantly asks Juliette for time off tomorrow morning, as she's been offered a film role. Juliette is shocked. Her maid, an actress.
What kind of part are you going to play?
A maid, madam. They prefer the real article. They are giving me 100 francs for doing it.
100 francs?
Yes, and as you only pay me 400 a month, I can't very well refuse, can I, madame?
100 francs? It's unbelievable.
They want to cook in the film as well. Would you like me to talk about you?
The maid excitedly suggests Juliette could earn 800 francs by acting as a cook in a film, just peeling potatoes and making an omelette. She even offers to teach her these chores. Juliette, offended, says she's not that desperate for money. The maid quickly apologizes and tells that the butcher and even the policeman, everyone in town is obsessed with film work, and the studio is paying 1,000 francs for a real hungry beggar. Just as Juliette rushes upstairs to look busy in case it's the buyer, enters Gaston and Jeanne, the unhappy couple, to see the villa. Gaston isn't impressed.
The garden, just a patch of grass. The wallpaper, looks cheap. The living room, cramped.
If you don't want it, just say so.
I've been saying no since we left home. But you drag me into every for sale sign we pass.
But we are buying a villa, aren't we?
We are not. Certainly not.
What do you mean we are not? Then we're not looking for a villa?
It's just an idea you've had stuck in your head for the past month. I've never talked about it.
Well, whether I am looking for it or we are looking for it, the one thing that matters anyway is that I'm looking for it for us.
He complains that if they buy it, her family will take over the house most of the year, plus bring all her sister's kids. He likes her family, but not that much. He refuses to pay for it. Jeanne mentions her dowry, but Gaston says they spent that long ago.
Good afternoon, madame. Monsieur. How do you do, madame?
Good day.
Juliette starts selling the house. She says nice things about Jeanne and lists the good parts of the house. Lights, water, new roof. Jeanne likes it, but Gaston doesn't because he is not interested to buy it.
The garden is not very large. It's not long and it's not wide, but...
But my word, it is high.
Gaston means that the price of the unimpressive garden is quite high.
Your husband is very witty, madam. As I was saying, the garden is not very large, but you see, it is surrounded by other gardens.
On the principle of people who like children and haven't any, can always go and live near a school.
Juliette lists all the modern comforts while flattering Jeanne. Gaston just mutters sarcastic comments under his breath.
But what's the price, madame?
You will never believe it.
I believe in God, and so you see.
Entirely furnished with all the fixtures, just as it is, with the exception of that one little picture signed by Corot. I don't know if you have ever heard of that painter, have you?
No, never.
Neither have I, but I like the color and I want to keep it if you don't mind. For the villa itself, just as it stands, 250,000 francs.
Decidedly excessive.
Juliette insists 2,500 francs is fair, but Gaston shocks everyone by offering just 60,000. After dramatic gasps and back and forth, Juliette lowers to 200,000 francs. Just as they're about to leave, Jeanne jumps in as she wants to see upstairs first. Juliette happily agrees.
No, thank you. Really. I have made up my mind and I'm not very fond of climbing stairs.
Gaston stays behind, grumbling about the ridiculous price.
200,000 for a few yards of land. She must be thinking I'm crazy.
The doorbell rings, and, a moment later, the maid re-enters, showing in Mrs. Al Smith. Al Smith is a no-nonsense Hollywood actress. She complains about French business habits immediately.
Why isn't the price on the board? I don't have all day.
When the maid leaves to call Juliette, Mrs. Smith mistakes Gaston for the owner.
You, the husband. How much for this dump?
Gaston is about to make a very interesting deal.
Where's your wife?
My wife? Oh, she's upstairs.
Well, she can stay there. Unless you have to consult her before you make a sale?
Me? Not in your life?
You are an exception. Frenchmen usually have to consult about 10 people before they get a move on. Listen, do you or don't you want to sell this house?
Oh, I'd love to.
Then what about it? I haven't more than 5 minutes to spare.
Gaston tries to give the villa's history, but Mrs. Al Smith cuts him off, asking the price. She doesn't care about electricity or any features, she just wants to knock it down and build a new place near the film studios. When Gaston mentions keeping his grandfather's painting, Mrs. Smith teases Europeans for being too sentimental about the past. Gaston fires back that Americans only think about the future because they're always chasing what they don't have yet.
What a pity you don't try and copy us more.
Copies are not always good. We could only imitate you, and imitations are no better than parodies. We are so different. Think of it. Europeans go to America to earn money, and Americans come to Europe to spend it.
Just the same, you ought to learn how to do business.
We are learning now. We are practicing. Let me see. I should say 300,000 francs. The same for everybody, you know. Even though you are an American, I wouldn't dream of raising the price.
Mrs. Al Smith agrees to pay Gaston's price of 300,000 francs in cash. As she gets out her checkbook, Gaston pretends to look for a pen. The no-nonsense American tells him,
You should buy a fountain pen with this money.
She quickly writes the check dated for the 24th, not wasting any time. Gaston can hardly believe his luck as the deal comes together so easily.
You can fill in your name on the check yourself. I live at the Ritz Hotel, Place Vendôme. My lawyer is...
Who?
Exactly. My lawyer is Mr. Who, 5, Rue Cambon. He will get in touch with yours about the rest of the transaction. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
When are you leaving?
Well, I don't quite know. Whenever you like.
Make it tomorrow and my architect can come on Thursday. Goodbye, I'm delighted.
Delighted to hear it, madame. It's a very good thing in business when everyone is delighted. Mrs. Al Smith leaves, and Gaston is very happy looking at the check.
Just then, Jeanne and Juliette return from upstairs. Jeanne seems less excited now, saying the villa is charming but small. But suddenly, Gaston does a complete turnaround. Now he's suddenly interested in every detail. 2 big bedrooms and servant quarters, a bathroom with a bathtub. How luxurious. Juliette can't believe his change of heart, as Gaston pretends to be seriously considering the purchase, asking silly questions like whether the bathroom actually contains a bath. Meanwhile, poor Jeanne just looks confused. Wasn't her husband just complaining about this place minutes ago?
While you were upstairs, I have been thinking a lot about your papa and mama. You see, I am really unselfish. And then the rooms for your sister's children. Also, my dear, I've been thinking, and this is serious, about our old age. It's bound to come sooner or later, and the natural desire of old age is a quiet country life. Madam, you said 200,000, didn't you?
What on earth are you driving at, Gaston?
Just trying to please you, darling.
Yes, 200,000 is my lowest. Cash, of course.
Well, that's fixed. I won't argue about it.
He signs his checkbook. Juliette tries to discuss the sale details, but Gaston cuts her off. He makes a strange request that he wants to keep that small painting as a souvenir because the painting gave him company when he was alone in the house. Juliette hesitates, but Gaston insists he just wants it for memories. Finally, she agrees. Little realizing Gaston has special plans for that painting.
Thank you, madame. Will you give me a receipt, please? Our lawyers will draw up the details of the sale. Please fill in your name. Let us see. It's the 23rd, isn't it?
No, the 24th.
What does it matter? 1 day more or less.
She signs the receipt and exchanges it for his check.
Splendid.
Thank you, monsieur.
Gaston hands over his card and suddenly becomes very eager for Juliette to leave the next day. That is tomorrow. Juliette is surprised, but agrees. As they say goodbye, Gaston makes sure to grab that little painting he wanted, calling it a souvenir. Juliette, still clueless about Gaston's sneaky deal, offers to show them the garden on their way out. But Gaston's already won. He got the villa sold and kept the painting.
What on earth have you done?
I made 100,000 francs and a carreau.
But how?
I'll tell you later.
A Villa for Sale remains a timeless comedy about human flaws, greed, love, and the absurd lengths people go for money.